Now then guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 22 Barcelona career mode. And today we're going to make the signing of Ferran Torres, because that's exactly what's happened in real life. And I did say that that would happen in this. And we've been having some conversation down there in the comments section about Ousmane Dembele and what we should do. And to be honest with you, it's very split. So it's difficult for me to decide what we should do with him. A lot of people want me to keep him. A lot of people think we should let him go. If I'm being selfish, I would love to keep Ousmane Dembele. But I do understand the release clause was met. PSG are probably in a better position than what we are at the moment, apart from what's going on in the league, of course, right now for Barcelona. Because if you're new around here, we're top of the league now. We're kind of smashing it this season. But I do feel like with it being so split, what we're going to do is just set a new release clause on him, like a mental one. So I'm going to say 150 million and we'll let Ousmane Dembele go. I've added him to the transfer list, and if we get 150 million, I will let him go for that release clause. Now, I completely understand when looking at this that the release clauses should be a lot higher, but it's FIFA. It doesn't work that way. At the end of the day, the release clauses in Spain are simply there because it's the law. That's why we see ridiculous release clauses. I think Ferran's is £1 billion. Like, the only reason it's £1 billion is not because Barcelona think he's worth that and they'll get that. Is to make sure that he can't be stolen on a low release clause, because it has to be in the contract per the rules. So it's more of a guideline that we will use when it comes to selling players on, right, this is how much his release clause is, or what we're willing to let the player go for. Ousmane Dembele, if we get 150 million for him, 87 rated, it has to be from one of the top clubs. So PSG come back in, Bayern Munich, maybe someone like that. Then we will consider it and we will let him go. But for now, he stays. I am hoping to move some players out in this window because, I mean, we've got a ridiculously bloated squad at the moment. Jesus Ferreira is up by 5. The man is a beast. Again, if you're not using him this year, guys, you want to check him out. Give him a go because he's super cheap. I can't remember what we paid for him, but I'd be shocked if it was more than 7 million. It's season number 2. We're halfway through season number 2, should I say. And he's gone up 5. He's 78 rated at 22. I tell you, he's going to get better and better. And he does not play like he's 78 rated. He's unhappy with his contract, though. We'll give him a new one. But let's just get the deal for Ferran Torres done. Let's get that one done and dusted. It was one you recommended in the summer. And it's one we knew we were going to have to make as soon as the news came out. As per usual, it is correct. And he's made the move in real life. So we're going to have to make that move now as well. I imagine... I thought it was going to be more than that, to be honest with you. If we can get him for about 70 million, I'll be happy. Now, we're probably going to play Ferran Torres as a striker, not as a right winger. While Ousmane Dembele is here, that's probably going to be the move. I'm going to go in. I'm going to be stingy. I'm going to say 60 million to kick this one off. They're going to want Ansu Fati. I'm going to tell them no, goodbye. We'll remove the exchange player, and they did want 70. So I will push to 70.7 because I did lowball. I super lowballed on that one. And they'll be happy with that, and we'll get Ferran Torres. See what kind of contract he wants, but this could be our final player over 150k. So that would mean that we can't sign anyone else now over 150k in wages unless we move someone on. It's not the end of the world. I was expecting to always probably have 5 players of that caliber in the team, and this will be the first time. So I'm going to accept the release clause because it's over double what we're paying for him. So I'm okay with that. At this moment in time, Ferran Torres, 165 million, we'd be happy with that. Now, it's not going to tell me what he wants wage-wise, and I'm going to be honest with you. If I can get him on 140, which keeps him under, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give him $1 million there signing on, and we'll see if he accepts it. He does, so he will not go on the list of players that are on that 150,000, which means we still have one spot. Not that I think we're going to sign anyone for that spot at this current moment, because we don't need it, but it does leave us with roughly around 85 million to play with. The squad now is a 38-man squad, but a lot of the players in that 38-man squad I'm trying to get rid of or loan them out. It's youth academy players, so we'll see what happens. When we talk about the youth academy, it's absolutely massive. At the moment, I've got all the scouts, but we don't need to send them out. I've got to be honest with you guys, I don't know how much further we go with this series. If we win the league this season and potentially the Champions League, which is actually now feasible considering how well we're playing, I don't know how much beyond we go from that, because I've got another save lined up in Germany for us. You guys definitely want to see a road to glory at some point as well, so we need to get that started quite early in the new year. And there's a My Player career mode that I've just started recording, so there's a lot going on. I would happily do a 3rd season without a shadow of a doubt, but if we've won everything, is there much point going beyond that? I guess we'll gauge your guys' opinions in the comments down below. Also, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed already, make sure to smash that subscribe button, plus hit the like like button, go on to enjoy the video, because it helps us in the algorithm. And we're just trying to keep growing and growing and growing this big Yorkie army to as big as we can. English, great from me. Let's get into... Are we going to get into the first game of the episode, actually? Because if I remember correctly, this month is weak when it comes to games. Maybe we play the Getafe game. Getafe could be that game. What did we have there as well? We had Elche. They're both next to each other. I don't know if we play any of these games in January. Maybe Getafe. I tell you what, we'll play the Getafe game, see how we get on. But if we start battering them, like we have been doing against the smaller sides this season, we'll just quick sim the rest of it and then get into the month after, because we should be taking on Liverpool today, which is a pretty big game. We'll definitely get the first leg done, maybe not the second, maybe kick off the next episode with the second, and Atletico Madrid in there, but look at what we did to them in the last episode. We definitely will have that first leg against Liverpool, maybe Real Betis. We can see what we want to do here. We did say we'd let Gerard Piqué go. We got an offer here from Lyon, and I'm not sure that's the team I want to sell him to, so we're going to reject that. Another offer here for Piqué, Real Sociedad. I'm going to reject that as well. It's not where I want him to go. I kind of want him... Ideally, Man United would be the team that would come in for him, but I'm guessing now at this stage we're not going to get a team like that. Leicester have come in for Mingueza. We're not going to let him go. He's played a lot of regular football this season. Absolutely battered Elche. Weirdly, we got 4 subs. So what I did with this one is, once we'd gone 4 up, I made the sub to bring on Ferran Torres and Nico and just jumped to the end of the game. It made another 2 subs for us. Hey, who knows what? That bug worked in our favour, though. Ansu Fati grabbing a brace in this one. Jesus Ferreira, Ousmane Ayor. Another fantastic performance where we beat a team that we should be, really. Right, so we are instantly going to put Ferran Torres onto a development plan. We're going to train him as a striker. I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll do it anyway because he can play there. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing. It says 36 weeks, but in his positions that he can play, it says he can play striker. So... I mean, it is what it is, but it's so stupid. We're also, while we're here, going to put up Memphis Depay for transfer. I gave him a new contract in the last episode, but he doesn't play for us. We don't get the best out of him. I just haven't enjoyed using him, although I really enjoy watching him in real life. Huge fan of him as a player. I just can't seem to get anything out of him on FIFA. Man United have come in for a defender of ours, but it isn't Gerard Piqué, not the one we wanted. And Jordi Alba is going absolutely nowhere. At the moment, we're down to 1 left back anyway because of Wijnaldum's injury, so... there's no chance I'm letting him go. 33 now, though, is a position maybe we should be thinking about improving, but I just don't think it's needed to be improved until the summer. Where we're at with the left back at the moment, I'm quite comfortable with it. We changed the kits here because, of course, kit clash, and I don't think we've got one that is going to suit this. So I'm going to go in that, and I'm going to put them in red because... I can't deal with the kit clashes. I'm also thinking about the possibility of sending Trincao out on loan again. I just think I'm not using him, and I feel really bad. Of course, if Dembele left, then that's a different scenario. We'd have to keep him around, and he'd get used a lot more. But at the moment, he's not being used, and I feel like it's just a waste because he's such a good player. We'll swap these 2 around. He's such a good player that... seems ridiculous not to be using it. This is starting 11 then for the Getafe game. They're playing a 4-4-2, which always causes me issues. Siganko should be a problem for us. I'm not sure Elena will be that much of an issue. He definitely could be swapping positions with Jankto, but Musa Wagate in the team as well. So a few of our old players. You never know what's going to happen when you take on old players. They tend to come back and bite you in the ass. We'll just see how this one goes. See if we do, you know, batter them a little bit. We have played smaller sides and not just absolutely smashed them, so... it's not a definite. Luis Milla, of course, in for that Kamara injury. Hopefully he can be super good for me. I thought Jesus Ferreira was going to make that run then, and he didn't. He didn't make that run, and it was infuriating for me. But yeah, you know, Mila's a decent player. That's exactly why we picked him up, to give him the... I don't know what that pass was. To give him these opportunities in the team, and hopefully he could be really good for us. Nice back using the Barcelona team as well. I recorded the Newcastle episode just before this, and I'm enjoying the Newcastle team, but it is not as good... nowhere near as good as this Barcelona squad. The things I could do with this team are very different to the things I can do with that Newcastle side. Of course, cheeky hint there that if you haven't watched the Newcastle series, make sure you go and watch it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. We've got a lot of money over there, obviously. That is a terrible tackle from McKinney. Okay, it's only a yellow. Brief moment. Thought we might be on for a red there. You've got to be cautious now, but I don't often get booked in games, if we're being honest. At the moment, I've got Shelik down, holding his boot, and he better be injured because he's left a huge gap for a breakaway for Getafe, which is ultimately worrying. But I'm not sure if he is injured or not. He doesn't look like it, but now there might be some space for me to work into. Try to get yourself on side. Yeah, he is injured. That is terrible news for us. A couple of injuries happening now. Another fullback going to be out. Maybe we sign a fullback in this window. I need better from McKinney, though, there. His passing needs to improve. Oh, Lena's played a beautiful ball in there to Mata. I think Araujo actually got something on that. My idea of this being a somewhat easy game, it's not been an exact science, has it? We still haven't been able to get Shelik off the pitch. She's worrying me because he needs to come off the pitch. He is very much injured at the moment, and they're moving the ball nicely now, and I do not like this. Araujo doing a goal. They're in behind, and what a save from ter Stegen. Finally get the substitution made now, but Getafe are getting in the game. They're actually posing a huge threat, a much bigger threat than what Atletico Madrid did. But they're posing me problems, and a spill there at the back. Well, that wasn't good defending, was it? And we haven't dealt with the corner at all, have we? We're not dealing with anything at the moment. I feel like we're very defensively weak here. Sagankov, well in. Eric, are we going to get away with it? We are. He has a ball now. Needs the run of Jesus Ferreira. Didn't really get it quick enough, Jesus. A little bit more urgency, please. Well, half-time, and what an awful half of football that's been. Just hope we can get some more from us in the second half. Let's look at the match facts real quick. 4 shots for Getafe, 1 for us, 60% possession. They're just sitting deep. I can't break them down. I've got nothing working at the moment. We'll see, though. There's some really good players on the pitch. All it takes is one opportunity to open them up, but us having no possession, and when we have the possession being, well, pretty lackluster in it, is not helping my cause here. Linez, get that one across. He had to get it across. He didn't, and then the second ball across was poor from him. He's having a bit of a bad second season. I feel like he was super good for us last year once I settled with him. And now this season, he's not the same player. Oh, they're piling forward, and they're just undoing me at every turn. Defensively, we look poor. Going forward, we look poor. Getafe with the lead. And it was bad defending from Eric Garcia. He let Mata turn in. Well, that is not an ideal way to start this second half, to be honest with you. Not an ideal way whatsoever. And I'm worried. The way we're playing at the moment, I don't think we can pose them any threats. That's 5 shots they've had to our 1. I'm going to bring on Ferran Torres. Give him an opportunity out on the right. See what he can offer us. The 2 up top is causing me all kinds of issues in terms of where players are positioned. And we're not winning many second ball opportunities, just like that one there. And McKinney again doesn't win the second ball opportunity. And they score. And literally, they're winning every single ball back. We can't do anything at the moment. Pinned us in. Getafe thoroughly deserve this. This might be the worst performance of the year. What, are we just sluggish because of how well we're doing in the league at the moment? Like, it genuinely is. McKinney's giving the ball away again. This is the worst performance of the year by a country mile. We haven't even had the opportunity in this one to counter. It's not a bad ball in behind. He has a ball, tries to whip it into Ferran Torres, and it's poor, it's awful, and it's awful from Barcelona. And then another sub, and I'm definitely slowly discovering that 4-4-2 is my least favoured formation to play against. We just always struggle against it, and we're really struggling against it in this one. Ferran Torres now, no, not Ferran Torres, Yazabal's making a lovely run. That is lovely footwork. He scored from that position before Ricky Puig gets a goal, and we might have an opportunity to get ourselves back into that. Pick the ball up, Ricky. Let's go, lads. Well, when we started this, I weren't expecting it to be as exciting as this, going to be honest with you. But there is time left in this game for us to score another goal. We just have to be creative enough to find the back of the net. Who's my passing option here? No one. Great ball, though. That's not bad either. Gavi! Oh, what a save. I think Getafe are going to get the better of us in this one. I really do. And to be honest, with the way we've played, they deserve it. Defensively, no, look at that again. Look at that again, and they deserved that. We were all out of sorts at the back again, and I'm slowly starting to think with that 85 million or so we've got left, do we sign a centre-back? Well, for a brief moment, it felt like we might get back into the game, but that wasn't to be. Liverpool's coming up soon, and we cannot afford to play like this. Getafe outdid us today. Don't get me wrong. Every goal they scored was an absolute screamer, which is, it's just FIFA, guys. That's just FIFA, but they were the better team. When we look objectively at the stats, the only thing really going for us in our favour here is the fact that we had better possession. 8 shots for Getafe. Yeah, we had 6 in the end, but I don't think we created too many great clear-cut chances. That's just not ideal. Real Madrid winning 4-1 against Eibar. I don't think that really impacts the table too much. We're still there up at the top, absolutely cruising, but you don't want a performance like that. And the back line, I don't know what they were doing. We did have an injury. See how long Shelik's out for. Broken toe. That's not good news for us. 3 months for Shelik, and the injuries keep coming, and they keep coming at fullback. This 85 million at the moment I'm slowly starting to think I might have to spend some of it on the back line. In terms of right-back options as well, I'm not blessed, but we do have quite a few decent centre-backs that we potentially could go in for here. Luis Felipe would be one I'd really like, and Lazio got knocked out of the Champions League. He's not slow, he's a good jumper, he's got good reactions, decent interceptions, decent aggression. I actually really like the idea of bringing in Luis Felipe. Cost us anywhere between 31 and 42. We'll mull that over. We'll have a think about it. I'd like a right or left back, but I haven't scouted any, have I? Which is my fault. We might actually finally get Pereira out on loan. It's taken me ages. Ajax now are coming in for Gerard Piqué. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think we're going to get the bid we wanted for him. So I'm actually going to accept that. And it will free up another spot for a £150,000 player, but I just think I'm not going to get Man United, so we'll let him go at least to someone. Looks like a poor run of form is just due. Maybe they heard me at the start of the episode saying it's been a bit easy, maybe we'll move on. Valladolid, Barcelona 3-3. They had 3 shots and scored all 3 of them. Cheers, Valladolid. They took the lead. They went 2-0 up. Oyarzabal got us back into the game. Then they made it 3-1. So I made the change to bring on Ansu Fati. He got injured instantly after I brought him on. But luckily for us, the saviour again, the man that we might end up losing, Ousmane Dembele, bags a brace, which gives us a point against Valladolid. And our lead at the top of the table is slowly starting to slip, I would imagine. Maybe just having a few of those winter jitters, but the points gap is not what it used to be. We do play Real Sociedad coming up soon. Now Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have started to put their foot on the gas a little bit. So these poor results against smaller teams is not ideal. Now, the Copa de España has been drawn. I'm just going to sim that one. It's against a team that's not even in the league. I imagine we'll get a victory, but who knows with a simulation what will happen. We beat them only 1-0, and then we get another game in the Cup. So these come really thick and fast. Still toying with whether we spend this 85 million. PK doesn't want to leave. Pereira's gone out on loan, and the board, as per usual, are upset. We've got the injury here to Ansu Fati, which will be 2 months, so we're really starting to suffer some injuries, but if there's anywhere an injury doesn't hamper us too much, it's higher up the pitch. Transfer offer for Dest from Inter Milan, which is never going to happen. And I think I want to loan out Pepe just simply because of the striker situation now. He's not going to get the game time. I'd rather give him a loan out and see how he improves on his loan. Transfer offer for Memphis Depay now coming in from Liverpool, and we're extremely interested in getting this deal done. He'd actually be a really good player for Liverpool as well in the way they play. It'll be helpful for them. We will let him go. The crazy thing is we're playing Liverpool in the Champions League, so we might be coming back up against Memphis Depay quicker than I imagined we'd hoped for. Lugo in the next round of the Cup. I'm going to quick sim it, but I will make sure that we've got a team out there that is full of youngsters. We get knocked out on penalties to Lugo. This is a really bad episode so far in terms of results. We've been knocked out of the Cup to Lugo, and I believe this is the second season in a row now. Barcelona have been knocked out to a minnow. They scored in the 89th minute with their only shot of the game. Oyarzabal scoring for us. I just cannot believe the run of form we're in. But we are knocked out of the Spanish Cup by Lugo. I cannot believe that. That is not very good at all. We're having a really bad, winter period of this season. We're having a terrible January at this moment in time. We're playing against much smaller teams than us and not putting in the performances. Memphis Depay has now been sold to Liverpool. We'll get 41 million, so it does leave us with a big budget, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm not going to sign anybody else. I'm happy with the team we've got. Got a transfer offer now for Nasser as well, who he is the regen that we got right at the start, but I'm actually going to accept it. I'm going to let him go to Union Berlin. Again, our squad is too big at the moment in areas, especially going forward. It's just nice to cut some of the dead wood. Wow, I've just spotted this move here that Goretzka has gone to Real Madrid. So that is definitely going to improve Real Madrid coming into this second half of the season. Maybe there'll be a strong comeback. If we keep playing the way we are, Real Madrid could get back into this title race. Real Sociedad have signed Nebel Fekir as well, so that's a team at the moment that's second in the league, another team that might push us. I'm getting a little bit worried. I'm not going to lie that we are not in a good position moving forward. Seeing that Atletico Madrid, though, have just sold a big name is absolutely doing me a lot of good. Atletico Madrid selling Correa. Looks like Gerard Piqué won't actually leave the club and will end up leaving on a free at the end of the season. That's absolutely fine. I've got no issue. I would have happily had him retire here. but he was just whinging so much that we weren't playing him. So that'll be deadline day, and they actually signed Benjamin Sesko as well, did Real Madrid. So they're going to come back really strong. What did Atletico Madrid do? Real Sociedad there, though. Kimpembe and Fekir really pushing the boat out to try and be in the title race this year. Atletico Madrid signed Madueke, but they sold £121 million worth of players. Maybe that was getting rid of some of the deadwood. Madueke, we used him. He was very good. He could be dangerous, but I'm not sure with them letting go of Correa, Trippier, Arias, Saul, and whoever else they did. That'll be it for the window. And I think a decent window for us. Ferran Torres comes in. Depay leaves. That's the only permanent I could get out. And I'm kind of happy with it. We push forward now into the back end of the season. I think we're going to take on Celta Vigo and Liverpool. I think that's going to be the plan. Back to winning ways then against Zaragoza, McKinney, Alba, and Lainez with the goals. They got one back with Nevada, but I'm just happy we're back to winning ways. Zaragoza are at bottom of the league. So if we hadn't won this one, they'd have been all right. I'd have been kicking boots, hairdryer treatment, whatever it took to get this dressing room back on side. But we get a victory there going into this Celta Vigo game, and more importantly, getting ourselves ready for this Liverpool game. It's going to be huge. I want to be on good form when we go into it. The board aren't happy with me, but I think they'll be happy if we win some trophies. Well, who knows with FIFA this year, but we've got Celta Vigo coming up next. We're going to play that, and we really need to manage the squad because 2 days after that, we play Liverpool. Celta Vigo are currently 15th, which definitely plays into my favour. It's the start 11 then, and to be honest with you, the sooner we can get in front in this game, or hopefully in front in this game, the better, because I need to bring off a Yazabal as quickly as possible. I don't have to stress so much about Jesus Ferreira because we do have Ferran Torres if needed. And of course, Dembele is on the bench if we need him. But ideally, I don't want him getting on the pitch today because we're going to need him against Liverpool. He's going to be the key. We know how Liverpool play. Really high line. We can exploit that. I know we can exploit that. It's just a shame we don't have Ansu Fati, because Ansu Fati would have been great at exploiting that back line. Need to focus on the game ahead of us, though. Celta Vigo first. Again, I think I love every stadium in this game. Like, they just do a really good job of the presentation stuff, don't they, FIFA? Match day 24, a big one. We only have a 7-point gap now at the top of the table. I'd like to at least keep it that way for now. Does mean we might be in for an exciting title race, though, but do I want an exciting title race? No, not really, to be honest with you. Yes, it would be good for the video. Would it be good for my health? No. I would much prefer that we are well clear at the top of the table. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. The only thing I have to think about is how we failed against Lugo in the cup. Jesus Ferreira now. Good start for him early. Lainez is actually onside. That was a good ball in. Well defended. He has a ball. He was charging in there. He's quite athletic. Is he has a ball? Nimble and athletic. Can you describe someone as nimble and athletic? I need McKinney to get up. I can't afford another injury. We've got so many injuries at the moment. I cannot afford another injury. My God, McKinney. I was saying how the slider wasn't working for us with the injuries. It's working now. I haven't even changed it. I haven't even messed with the slider. I was like, oh, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? What I might do is turn down the severity. The injuries aren't a problem. The fact that they're all roughly around like 2 or 3 months is probably the biggest issue right now. I've turned down the severity, and Ricky will come on, and I'm ready to score a free kick. I've been working on these, right? I've been working on these. This is what I'm going to go for. This is something you've probably never seen before. Did I actually just pass that in? Like, Lainez is in a really good position. I'm going to pass that in. I'm going to pass it in. Why would I do, like, why would I not do that? Like, I could see him there in the corner of my eye. I'm like, Lainez is in an unbelievable position here. Maybe I should just pass the football to him. Why is no one marking him? That is ridiculous. Well, there we go. 1-0, Lainez with a goal. Pretty surprised at how bad Celta Vigo have defended this. But at the end of the day, we've capitalised, so I don't care. He scuffed it as well. Doesn't matter. That will be his 3rd goal in 14 matches. Again, not as impressed with him this season as I was last. He just had a really good run once he got settled in the team. Maybe the back end of the season is where he's at his strongest. He has been in Ousmane Dembele's shadow this season, and unfortunately we couldn't get Trincao out, and I'm not too gutted about not getting to use Trincao because I get to use him in the Newcastle save. Manu there though, just warning me that we are not safe, and we do need more goals if we are to succeed in this game of football. Mila, oh my God, Mila, what a ball that is. Jesus, oh my God, Jesus Ferreira absolutely scuffs it wide. It should be 2. We're playing much better, but that is not a very good shot. Not an ideal scenario, that. Jesus, I don't even know what he's trying to achieve there. He just drags it miles wide. Well, a Yazabal there doing some defensive work. And it's worked out very well for him because now he's on the football and he's going to play it into Jesus. And he gets second bite. No, he doesn't. We need to get a second. With the amount of pressure I'm putting them under at the moment, I need a second, and that is naughty, naughty. The fact it doesn't look like he's getting a... Oh, is this a red, actually? Maybe he's getting a red. No, it's just a yellow. The animation made me think it was a red. Martin Kelly. Typical to find him in Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo aren't having a good season. I'm slowly starting to feel out why they're not playing very good. But at this stage, with the scoreline the way it is, well, it takes one opportunity, doesn't it? And that opportunity may be coming now. It is, and they're going to make it 1-1. Oh, boy. Typical. Typical. Me saying they're not playing well this season, and they're going to make it 1-1. And there's no way they just shouldn't even be in this game. We should have scored more. My weak back line at the moment is stressing me out. Like, we've been so bad defensively in these 2 games today, which is somewhere where I feel like as FIFA's gone on, I've actually improved quite a lot at defending. Like, I always start every year of FIFA being awful, figuring out the movements and stuff, but I feel like I've been pretty decent at defending so far, like, as time's gone on. Not today. Not today. Well, if we could make sure that we win the game in this second half, that would be ideal. Because going a full episode at this stage, without me winning a game, is worrying. And coming up against Liverpool without me winning a game is worrying. My biggest worry at the moment is how bad we are defensively. Liverpool will exploit that because they're very good at football. But again, it's a 2 up top that's causing my defense issues. And look, I'm on pulled out of places. Where is the rest of the defenders there? Like, I could do with a bit of help. I'm just asking for a bit of help. Ricky plays in a good ball. Linez, what can he do? If he's clever, he pulls it back for Jesus. Ferreira, he's going to score it. He has to score it. He's coming off. He's coming off. He's having an unbelievable season. There's no doubt about that. But he's in a dry spell and he's coming off the pitch. Because if you're in a dry spell right now with... Oh my God, Ricky. With the way the games are going for us, you are not playing for the team. Not in this moment in time. Because I can't afford for you to be having your dry spell now. He just can't... You can't score. You just cannot score at this moment in time. And I know what happens when you can't score. He's not going to score, so we'll bring him off. On comes Ferran Torres. They're making a substitution as well, but I just, please, Ferran, save me. Save me, Mr. Torres. Need that. He's won the header there. Ricky now. Ricky Puig. Oh, what's that? Why is Alba the furthest man forward there? I would really like to question why Alba was the furthest man forward. Ferran Torres is going to be hacked down, and that surely is a red. Thank you. Man sent off. Can we capitalise? Is Alba actually the best free kick taker we've got on the pitch? No, he's awful. He's genuinely awful. Why is he taking my free kicks? Yazabal now. Please save me. I need this. Please, Yazabal. Yazabal. Oh, that wasn't bad. He's going to be tipped back towards Yazabal, who wins the header. It's going to be knocked on now to Luis Milla. And I'm not left with too many options here. That is a good option, though. Yazabal! Yes, Yazabal! Back of the net. 2-1 Barcelona. And I can breathe just a little bit nicer now. I think it's a decent ball over. Araujo dealt with it nicely. And we'll give them it straight back. And they will score. And it's 2-2. Because of my horrendous defending. Araujo there gives them the football back. And it's 2-2. And they're down a man. Oh, here they come again. And Minguez is messed up this time. Is it just all of my backline today apart from Alba? Let's give Alba some props. I don't want to be mad at him. Go on then, Ferran. Go on then, Ferran. Win us the game. Ferran Torres. First goal for Barcelona. First goal for Barcelona. For Ferran Torres will win us the game against Celta Vigo. We should have never been in this position where he needed to win the game. But he has. I'm not quite sure there if we're lucky, if we deserved it. I'm not. We'll have to look at the match stats. But we are not playing well in today's episode. And the fact that we've managed to nick that is purely down to just us having better talent. At the end of the day, though, this back line, if we are doing another season, needs to be fixed. When Mats Hummels is in there, it does feel like we're better. But Eric Garcia's not good enough for me. Araujo, I really like, but he misplaces those passes all the time. And then Minguez, I haven't seen enough of him, but he's not that well rated. This is not a strong Barcelona back line when it comes to centre-backs. But part of me as well just wants to give the youth movement that opportunity, right? I want to give those young guys the chance in this one. We dominated possession, we dominated chances, so by rights, we definitely should have 5.5 XG. Jesus Ferreira will be absolutely kicking himself. And with Ferran Torres snatching us the winner, puts him in contention to now be the starter for most games, especially this Liverpool one. May sound like Jurgen Klopp, but 2 days in between? Ridiculous. We are the walking wounded at the moment. Windell coming back is great news. But the bad news is it's a broken elbow for McKennie, who is now out. It's a good job that we are stacked in the centre of the park. Again, when we're going forward in the centre of the park, the injuries don't hamper us as much, but the fullback ones are... well, we need Wendell back, definitely. Of course, we have some tired players for this one because the game's coming so thick and fast, but this is the starting 11 to take on Liverpool at Anfield for the first leg. It's a very strong team going forward. Nico Gonzalez is going to be called into action in probably the biggest game of his career today. Apart from that, it is what you would expect from the team. Liverpool are starting Memphis Depay because they want him to score and rub it in my face. Apart from that, it's a pretty similar Liverpool side to what you'd expect, apart from Pjanic, who they signed from us as well, and Tielemans in the centre of the park. Simple aim for this one at Anfield. Don't lose. Fernando Torres is the tifo. I'm a fan of Torres, I'm not going to lie. He does look like he's been sponsored by My Protein now, but I've always been a huge fan of Fernando Torres, even when he went to Chelsea. Just an unbelievable striker. But Memphis Depay wasn't unbelievable for us. Is he going to be very good for Liverpool? Hoping my answer is going to be no. They don't actually seem, at the start of this match, like they're going too hard on the press. They seem quite deep. A lot of teams we played against recently seemed actually super deep. Atletico Madrid not as much, to be fair to them. But yeah, a lot of teams seem to be sitting deeper at the moment. Nico, you've got to do better than that. But Ousmane Dembele does collect it. Ferran Torres doesn't collect that well. And it's going to give Liverpool an early opportunity here on the offense. Can my defense hold out today is my big issue. And if it doesn't, I know exactly... oh, that's awful. Sadio Mane has rinsed me there. I know exactly where we need to improve next season. And it is the defense by the looks of it. It's... we need to sign maybe 2 or 3 really top-class centre-backs. Oh, Nico's ball there is fantastic into Ferran Torres. He waited and waited for Ousmane Dembele. And Ousmane Dembele in the end was onside. And Ousmane Dembele lofts it. It's too much on it. Luis Milla, Ferran Torres! Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in. What a goal that would have been for Ferran. I was ready to scream in celebration of Ferran Torres scoring a screamer. I've already got my picture for the thumbnail, but that might have changed if he'd have scored that there. I'm not going to lie. Usman Ayor now. To Nico. Back to Mats Hummels. I've got 2 very skillful players here out on the wing. I'll take that free kick. I won't. And guess who's down on the ground now injured? Ousmane bloody Dembele. I might have to turn these injuries down. In fact, I probably am gonna. I don't know what's happened. Has something changed with the game? Because I haven't been getting injuries. And now all of a sudden, I have got far too many of them. Brand there has pulled so many players out of position. It's going to be Luis Milla, who I don't want there. I should have sweated it over to a Bazual. A Yazabal. I've done it first time in this episode. I just hope it's not a long-term injury. Again, like if we get a lot of injuries and they're shorter term, I don't really mind because you do pick up niggling injuries all throughout a season. And that would absolutely be fine. Yeah, it'll hurt people's growth a little bit, but not too much, I don't reckon. That's a good ball in there to Nico, I reckon. And then into Ferran Torres. Torres! Yes! He's going to be so good for us. Is Ferran Torres. I am telling you now. I'm excited that we got him. I'm a little bit gutted because, you know, we packed on in positions and we probably would have just signed him and not a Yazabal, which would have taken away how great he's been for us. This is a great goal. Great pass in from Nico as well. Fantastic ball in. Calm, cool, collected. It's a nice start, but it is only 1. And Liverpool can still cause me problems. Now, I did try to make a substitution for Dembele. It just didn't take. Ferran Torres now. What a pass that is. Nico Gonzalez. The biggest opportunity of his life. And he takes it. Unbelievable stuff. And I told you we would be able to destroy the back line of Liverpool. We'd be able to get in behind. That reverse pass from Ferran Torres was brilliant. Nico Gonzalez makes it 2-0. At Anfield. But we have to remember, Barcelona have had a huge lead against Liverpool before, and it didn't work out for them. So hopefully it'll be different for us. Great to see a youngster from the academy, though, bagging a goal in such a big occasion. We will be bringing on Trincao now, so it's a good job I didn't loan him out, really, innit? Because Lainez is absolutely knackered from that game against Celta Vigo. Yazabal took time to get back on, but look at this non-existent Liverpool back line. Yazabal now, surely. He doesn't miss them outside of the foot again. It's 3-0. And this could be getting very dangerous for Liverpool, because if they keep playing their back line like that, I'm telling you, I will destroy them. They should have played 4-4-2. I absolutely struggle against 4-4-2, or just 2 up top. I do have a lead now, 3-0, and I have to say, it's pretty comfortable. Liverpool have had a couple of opportunities, but nothing that scared me. Oh, that is a great ball into Mila. And he's going to find now Ferran Torres, who will pull it back and across to Houssam Adebayor, and... oh, it's at the crossbar. I can't believe it's at the crossbar. I was ready to say, and it's 4. It's not. It hit the crossbar instead. This is actually a very good save from Alisson to knock that on. Oh, that's a really good save, to be fair to him. We do with a corner. Whip it in. Dangerous ball in. Oh, just beyond the post from Yazabal. But we're 3-0 up. And we're being super dangerous. I think we might win this by 4 or 5. Which then does make me think we probably don't play the second leg. I genuinely think Liverpool are the easiest team to play on FIFA this year. I'm not going to lie. Liverpool, and I wouldn't even say Man City, because look at when we played Man City with Leicester in the Carabao Cup final and they just passed me to death. Liverpool don't seem to do that. They genuinely feel like the easiest team to play against, because if you can knock a few goals past them early doors, they just don't show anything. They just go to mush. Memphis Depay, but he's happy about the move right now, isn't he? And that's a good ball over. Memphis Depay. Strange decision for him to play that one back. And Mats Hummels on Mohamed Salah, because who is Mohamed Salah really? And a Yazabal's onside here, and it's a Yazabal, so it is what it is. It's the same as when Patson Daka would go through. A Yazabal's the same. He goes through, it's going to be a goal, 4-0 Barcelona. The craziest thing is when we do our road to glory, not having any of these kinds of players for so many seasons is going to be really interesting to see how I actually perform. Because I haven't really played with terrible players this season. When you look at the teams I've taken over, I've always had some players that I could make stuff work with. I'm not going to have that when we do the road to glory. Like, I'm going to have no one that I could probably do a decent job with. He's at the crossbar, and then Mohamed Salah scores it. Again, he wouldn't let me change to the correct defender. FIFA 23, please fix the changing mechanic. Even using the analog, it wouldn't let me. Memphis Depay's coming off now. Bobby Firmino on, and Konate for Van Dijk. Is that a sign of how badly Van Dijk's defended? That one goal does give Liverpool a bit of a lifeline, though. I'm not going to lie. He has a ball now. Oh, my God, he's gone clean. He's on for the hat-trick. He has a ball for the hat-trick. And as I told you, when he gets in front of goal, it's like seeing Patson Daka. That will be 5-1 Barcelona. 4-goal gap restored. At this stage, we can rotate. Well, we can rest. We'll make a double. Yazabal's going to come off. He's got the match ball, so he doesn't need to be on the pitch anymore. Yusuf Demir coming on. What a big moment for him at Anfield. We're also going to bring on Araujo, because Mats Hummels is old. And I want to save his legs for as much as possible, because he's probably going to start every Champions League game we play. And I want him to be fully fit for it. How have we got this space? How is there this much space? Yusuf Demir comes on the pitch, and surely will end Liverpool. No, man. I'm going to say end Liverpool's Champions League hopes for this year. I think we already have, but Yusuf Demir didn't want to stick the dagger in. He's a kind guy, is that Demir? Genio Dest there finds Nico. Oh, this is where the space is going to open up. Alba. Oh, don't blow up there, ref. We're going on for 60. You can't blow up in that position. I get it. Put them out of their misery, but you can't blow up there. But Yazabal, I think that's his second hat-trick now in a Barcelona kit. But let's be honest, that front three absolutely dominated. When Ousmane Dembele went off, I panicked, but they played brilliantly. We won't get many sweeter moments for the boys there than at Anfield. And it will feel like revenge for Barcelona, because look at what happened with Liverpool last time. But is it not the same goals gap as what we had? It's a 4-goal gap. Did Liverpool not make that up last time? I don't know, but I just don't see that happening in FIFA. We'll see. We might decide to still play it. Let's see how long the injury is to Ousmane Dembele. 4 weeks. Still awful. Not ideal for us. But 4 weeks we can kind of deal with. Lainez is starting to pick up form, and it will give Trincao a few opportunities here towards the back end of the season. And things are going well. I genuinely 5-1 against Liverpool, considering the way we played for the rest of the episode. I was a bit worried about the Liverpool game. I thought we were going to get battered, but we played well. Next time out, we'll have a few more games. I don't know if we'll play the Liverpool second leg. We might play the next round of the Champions League. I know that's me seeming super confident, but I don't see them getting back into that one with a 4-goal gap and the team that we've got. The chances feel very slim. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate all the support as per usual. If you're new around here, smash subscribe. And the sub count keeps on rising, man. You guys are smashing it. All you new guys come in, I really do appreciate that. And all the old guys that just consistently smash viewing these videos and liking these videos. My likes have stayed very consistent for the entirety of this, apart from obviously the big boom that we had at the start. You guys keep coming back and showing me love, and I really appreciate you for that. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.